3 seconds as the kickoff is now underway. Game 1. Here we go.
It's already off to a solid start. Pretty neutral kickoff to begin with. Nitrous, though, sends it all the way through after just 6 seconds with a fantastic goal to get it started for Limitless. Off the roof and a great read as it bounces off the ground again. And Limitless start off with just 6 seconds in with the advantage already. Nebra, Lunar, and No Mansion are going to need to come up with a response and fast, because that is just about the best way you could start off a series like this.
Yeah, you cannot start it off better. I mean, you could shave off maybe a second or two, but you're not getting any better than that. Limitless taking the lead early, and the gentleman will be forced to start this matchup from behind. And now they've got a little bit of control. No Mansion pops it over one attacker of the Limitless team. And the setup now from the orange. That's almost dangerous, but Limitless know what they're doing. They get that ball out of danger, and Nitrous looking for the booming clear to put that one back on net, but Lunar is there to send it back towards the blue half and put this Limitless team under pressure once more.
Yeah, Limitless not cracking under pressure, though, doing a great job getting it out of their half whenever it really starts to come through. That one was almost an opportunity for Gentlemen, but Lunar wasn't quite on top of it now. Limitless under pressure again, like you mentioned, but they're good enough to get it out once more. Now it's just kind of sitting in the midfield. It'll be Gentlemen to take it next. Lunar sends to the back wall. Nobody was there to follow it up, but nobody needed to be there because Nitrous had the touch under control, and I really like what we've seen so far out of Gentlemen. They're doing a great job limiting these shots. Only one shot on their net so far, and they're already doing a great job getting shots on the opposing net as well. Skills puts one more on, and although it is saved, that pressure is going to do big things in the long run. Oof, missed touch for Nitrous. Could have had a 2-0 lead, but they will need to regain. It'll be a little easier because they're already in the lead as it stands, so Nitrous shouldn't be kicking himself too long over that one.
Well, you just got to stay focused on the present as BU trying to put this one online. A great pinch to set up. Nitrous puts that one on target. And just as you said, Gentlemen limiting these shots. Limitless, well, of course, they're surpassing all the limits because they don't have any. Limitless 2-0 lead now.
Limitless surpassing all the hypothetical limits that they, in fact, do not have. Nitrous definitely not kicking himself over the missed shot earlier. Takes advantage of that opportunity, which was very missable, and just makes it look like the easiest shot of his life. I don't quite know how it was that clean, but that's just exactly what you see. The highest level semis of the Frost Esports Avalanche Cup, as now Gentlemen looking to respond strongly. No Mansion actually gets that one through. Good pass from Nebra as well, and the Gentlemen will not be denied of the Game 1 opportunity. No Mansion trying to make this more of a game, gets his team on the scoreboard.
And Nitrous with a little awkward of a touch right there. It's going to count as an own goal. And Limitless now. The lead has been chopped in half. And the score is 2-1. Nebra looking to make it 2-2 now. Off of a nice solo play, but it's not going to stay like that for long, or maybe it will. BU, he's caught demoing one of the Gentlemen players, and Limitless allow one more goal.
Yeah, and it just looked like open season in the net there. BU and Skills just got caught in the wrong spots, like you mentioned. Nobody was home from Limitless, so Gentlemen just have free reign to get that one, and already doing a great job responding. It took so much offensive pressure for Limitless to crack them for that second goal, but so far, Gentlemen have done a great job just getting goals quickly after the kickoffs. Just about a minute ago, it was a 2-0 lead for Limitless, and now Gentlemen already evening things back out. Nice touch from Nebra down the field as well, but BU is there to respond. Now Nitrous needs to respond to that one as well, because Gentlemen just not relenting in these strong booming clears as Lunar's had one hit over, but No Mansion there for his friend when he needs him, and now Lunar off a bit of a fake from the teammate. Almost gets it through, but here comes No Mansion. That one's a little too high. Nebra's follow a little too wide as well, so although Gentlemen's still keeping up the pressure, right now the shots are not landing, but Nebra with a good pass. Could this one get through for No Mansion? Just walk it straight in, why don't ya? No Mansion gives the lead to Gentlemen, and 2 minutes ago, that didn't seem too likely, but Gentlemen, against the odds and expectations, take the lead in Game 1.
The Gentlemen are just starting to get going. They kept up no matter what, 2-goal deficit does not matter. Gentlemen stayed cool, calm, collected, and now they are in the lead by 1. The clock is ticking. Limitless going to have to strike back, which they have had a really tough time doing the past couple of minutes. They've been stuck on their own half for about 99% of the second half of this game.
Yeah, and it's been disappointing because when they have that offensive pressure, they're capable of doing so much, but they just don't have anything on offense right now. And Gentlemen have it all. 4 straight goals in the past 2 to 3 minutes as Nibra with a great flip reset pass and Lunar reads it perfectly just behind Nitrous. As close as Nitrous was, No Cigar just barely off in Limitless now with a big hole to try and get themselves out of.
They are in a very rough spot now, and it might get a little rougher here if that shot can land from No Mansion. But luckily, BU, of course, makes the great save. Nitrous trying to reset this one, and it's cut off again by No Mansion. No Mansion is just feeding off of these missed opportunities from Limitless. And the Gentlemen are just keeping the pressure on. They got a 2-goal lead. No need to worry too much. And a huge demo from Nitrous. That will most likely save a 3rd goal or a 5th goal in a row and a 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, so that demo proves to be huge. Haven't really seen too many offensive demos, though. Maybe if Limitless start to incorporate those, their fortunes may turn back in their favor as Nitrous trying to just send the ball into the middle of the field for BU and Skills to do something with it, but the only person who does anything with it is No Mansion, taking it back down the field again. Good bump on his Skills as well, throwing off the Limitless defense, and although it's not necessarily directly creating opportunities, only 10 seconds left, and Limitless are down by more than 1 goal, so we're closing on 0 seconds, and it's starting to get mathematically impossible to see an LMT win out of this one. Gentlemen, congratulations on the first game. Off to a great start in this semifinal. Limitless will need to find a response in game 2 because right now they're a little bit down on their luck, especially towards the end of that game.
They really are, and they started off so hot. That is what is so hard to imagine. It was bam, bam, 2 goals for Limitless, and then something in Gentleman's brain just switched a little. Maybe a light switch was left off. It needed to be flipped on. And it was flipped on because all of a sudden it was just goal after goal after goal. A completely different team in the second half versus the first half for Gentlemen anyway.
Yeah, it really did feel like, watching that first minute compared to watching that last minute, you were watching a team that had changed teams, which is speaking to the strength of both of these rosters, but Gentlemen were just able to do it better for longer than Limitless were. It took a while for Gentlemen to actually come online, and for the first little while, Gentlemen only really had 1 shot on net. They weren't able to keep it in the blue half for long, and Limitless, though they had been making mistakes, they were able to recover. They call back to Nitrous with the missed shot opportunity that he eventually was able to make good on and make it a 2-0 lead for Limitless, but eventually the pressure for Gentlemen, it's as though they were just initializing and trying to figure out how exactly to read the other side. These teams have definitely faced off against each other before. 2 of the most prolific teams in the NA bubble scene. But this time around, it looks like Gentlemen have adapted to the playstyle of Limitless. What are we going to see at a Limitless to make it better coming into game number 2? Well, you don't have to wait long to find out. Game number 2 is officially underway.
That it is, and the kickoff goes towards Limitless. No Mansion, though, going to make a very, very easy save. And like you said, both of these teams, 2 of the most prolific teams in the NA bubble scene. If you are a follower of the bubble scene, you know about these 2 teams. They are 2 of the most consistent, 2 of the best, and 2 of the most legendary bubble scene teams. The huge bar down, and it's the pinch save from Gentlemen.
No.
Limitless, what happened there? That was so close to being the first strike that Limitless needed.
And they really did need that. That would have been such a good tone setter for this game if you were able to come out the gates and score early again and say, we're not out of this just yet. You ended the last game well, but you're going to have to end this one well as well because you're at an early deficit. But the crossbar is not the friend of Limitless today, at least not in this game 2 to start with. But BU almost able to take it over the whole defense from Gentlemen. Not quite able to make it work, though, so now No Mansion with an opportunity the other way, but Skills is actually throwing him off a bit, so it's down to Lunar, but Lunar and Nibra overextend a bit, so could be an opportunity for Limitless here. But a big mistouch there, and Niebuhr's able to get it past one more, so Lunar should have a chance on net, but oof, a little too off. Never mind, turns it back online, but still a little too far to the side. Oh, so many close opportunities to both teams. We're still scoreless.
And Skills looking to change that right now, but No Mansion just riding the goal line perfectly. And it's going to keep Limitless at bay for now. And with that clear, it's going to send Lunar and company back over towards the blue side. And hopes to find goal number 1 of game number 2. Skills now, ceiling shot is a possibility, but it's just going to bounce up and down, and Niebuhr's going to have a nice, easy clear, just taking this ball down the street. And No Mansion now carrying it over. Great juggle, trying to get the flick, but he does miss it there. There's another one put on target from Lunar. Actually, it's a little bit too high. And the redirect from Limitless will get this ball out of here.
It has been so close both ways. Just to put in perspective, Limitless have 5 shots on net, only 2 so far for Gentlemen. So it seems we're seeing a similar start to this game as we saw last game, except this time it's taken much longer. We're just about halfway through the game, and Limitless have been holding more possession. They have more shots on net, but it hasn't led to anything for them, and only the 2 shots on goal we've seen from No Mansion, Nibra, and Lunar is going to make a big difference because, well, they were winning last game so much because they were able to hold so much possession, and it feels like so far the team that's been dictating the pace of this game has been the team holding possession. That's not necessarily always true, but with evenly matched teams such as these at the highest level, that is normally the case. The team with more possession is doing better, and BU make sure that remains the case as Limitless now on top. A 1-0 lead. Great pass to the center from Nitrous as well, and the top right corner shot is oh so fine.
And you were just saying that the team with more possession is normally the team that is winning the game. And I mean, look at the stats. A total of 7 shots to Gentlemen's 2. It's no doubt that Limitless is in control of this match, as that's a very awkward spot to be in for Limitless. And Gentlemen, that opportunity gets away from him as they try a passing play right there, and it gets read by the Limitless defense. Oh, great bump from No Mansion. Is going to put that one on target, and that was just going to bounce on in, ties it up, and that's a real simple score.
Yeah, so you got the demo initially onto BU, just so happens to spawn right in front of No Mansion, and well, Skills and Nitrous are just so awkward in that situation. You can't expect much out of them playing out of that situation, and there you go again, Gentlemen. After getting down early, they're able to do a good job establishing control. Now, will they be able to make it a streak like last time? Lunar almost does so, saved away by Nitrous, and Nibra not able to get a good pass down, so it could be a continuation of momentum for Gentlemen here, but oh no! Barely missing this save as Lunar whoops is in chat. Well, that's all you can really do in that situation, but it could be crucial. It's not just any mistake. That's going to give Limitless the lead, and this could be giving them game number 2. Getting a bit ahead of myself with that statement, but Limitless at such an advantage after that one.
They did, and unfortunately, sometimes you just miss the ball. It bounces off your bumper, and it gives more of a redirect motion. And Nitrous, knowing about it, and this time he uses it to perfect effect. Nitrous with another goal. A nice little touch, sends it into the bottom left corner and extends the lead to 2 for Limitless.
Really like what I've been seeing from Limitless so far this game, and it's just been so consistent. There was the one time where they gave up that goal to Gentlemen. There might be another one here. Wait a minute. No Mansion says, don't you dare leave us out of the game that quickly. 1 minute 5 on the clock, and they've got it within 1 goal of being an even match. So, Gentlemen refusing to go down without swinging, and swing they will. That one out of the park from No Mansion. Only down by 1 now for Gentlemen. They turned it up at the end of last game. Hopefully for their sake, they'll do it again right here.
And it is in Skills now. Trying to put one more on target. BU will hit this one over towards the side, and the entire Limitless squad, they just got to hold on for 1 more minute to keep this game in their favor, and of course take the 1-game lead in the series, or actually get their first game and tie the series up. Excuse me. This second game, Gentlemen got the first one. Limitless looking to tie. And with 30 seconds left, like I said, they just got a hold, and the tie will be in order. But look at Lunar just chasing Skills down. He's going to make this tie as hard as possible. And these next 20 seconds might just be the longest of Limitless's life.
Yeah, I don't think Gentlemen are going to let this ball hit the ground easily once we get 10 seconds from where we are now. But Gentlemen, only 10 seconds left in this game for them. No Mention trying to do something, but Skills has denied it. Nebra just going to take his time, sends it down the field. That's up to Lunar. Lunar passed down. No Mention there, but denied. Could be another shot opportunity, though, but Skills trying to spike this one down. Nebra is there, though. Wants to hit it further up, but Skills is going to keep it off the ground for now, so Gentlemen don't have to worry. Lunar just trying to keep it on. Where are you going? Oh, Nebra must have called it out that he had the opportunity to keep it off the ground. Or maybe Lunar just didn't even think they had an opportunity. Either way, Gentlemen, let it hit the floor. We hit 0 seconds, and Limitless make sure this series score hits 1-1.
They're not letting it get very far at all. Of course, they had the first game dropped, but they hit back immediately. A 3-2 game, which was a real nail biter. There was a couple of times that it looked like Gentlemen might have had their third goal, but it just does not happen. Limitless hold on. They take game number 2, and we are going into game number 3, all tied up. And basically, we are just about to start a brand new, fresh best of 5 between these two titans.
Yeah, and that's absolutely an exciting prospect. I mean, the last series we saw, it was a sweep one way. Granted, we did have a very close set of games through that series. Every single one of them could have gone either way, but in case you missed that one, mute the stream for a second so I don't spoil it if you're attached to the result between Scuzz and Origin, but it was Scuzz taking that 4-0, and so it was a pretty one-sided affair, but that's just going to make a game like this even more exciting because we already have both teams taking a single game, and both games look like they could have gone both ways. So that's absolutely as exciting a prospect as you could ever get in a situation such as this. And, well, I'm here for it every single day of the week. No Mansion already starting things off pretty well as Nebra now going to try and go up the field, but Nitrous has denied that. Lunar wants more offense as well, but BU denies that again. So, at least based on early days, it seems Gentlemen have established the control so far, but will that be taken away from them by Limitless, or will it be capitalized upon by Gentlemen?
We're just gonna have to find out. Right now, it's looking like it might just be Gentlemen, as they are in control, but Limitless, they're not gonna keep this ball in their half for too long. Nitrous gonna take a slow roller, send it back over towards the center. Skills, nice play by him to keep this ball very dangerous for the Orange. Gentlemen now on the defense. They're starting to struggle. And Nitrous with a nice touch to get that above his own goal and let that save and make that save be a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Had BU behind, but in that situation for Nitrous, absolutely better to get that save. And again, another nice save there. This time it's Skills, and this time nobody else was there to get it. So Skills relied upon to make the play and makes the play that was necessary. Now Limitless continuing to sit in their own net, try and play this backside to the best of their ability. BU with a big booming clear, and now Skills going to try and put it aside, but Nitrous has been denied by Nebra. BU now going to take to the roof. What can they possibly do with it? Actually, good flip reset to the back wall, but Lunar now sitting in the corner. Skills trying to get it middle, does a good job of it for a little while, but as soon as it gets middle, it's like it never even was. Nebra able to deny that, and a big save there. As now Limitless back on defense again. It's been an all too familiar situation for them. As many big clears as there have been from Nitrous and company, as Nitrous just gets one on net there, it just seems like it's really to no avail. Every single time they're getting saved and immediately getting things turned back around on them by Gentlemen. Already 2 full minutes into this game.
And one thing I'm noticing from Limitless are these rotations are a little bit wonky. They send 2 people up, and they have 1 man rotating back at a time, and then it's both of the attackers rotating back up. It's a very interesting rotation strategy, and of course, it allows for these 3-man plays that are a little bit less dangerous because you can have that 3rd man play a little bit further back but still be involved in the play, and it doesn't take him much time at all to get rotated back, and that is one of the many reasons why Limitless is having so much success. But right there, that's where you can get beat on those 2 back plays right there. There's no third man, and both players are trying to scramble back.
That's just an unfortunate situation from Skills. Slight misread off the back of that. And on top, looked like he was trying to go for much more particular touch into that corner. And the downside of touches like that is that if you are a little off, well, that is the difference between completely missing the ball and, well, actually getting the touch you were looking for. In that situation, completely misses, and that's going to be the difference maker so far, as we've got 2 minutes left, so still plenty of time for Limitless to hypothetically make the comeback, and BU not letting things get out of hand too quickly. Big save on that shot from No Mansion. Niebuhr going to try and go to the middle with it again, but not going to be able to get that to Lunar, so now it looks like Limitless could have the opportunity to go up the field as BU sends it to the middle. No Mansion could have something to do here, but Skills has been bumped off and nobody else is home! What's happened? It's happened again to Limitless, nobody there, and Nibra is able to capitalize once more. It was the double commit. Unfortunate for the defensive side, very fortunate for Gentlemen, and that's a 2-0 lead thanks to Nibra.
And it is, and Limitless have a little bit of a hole to fight out of for this game number 3. That's a great way to start it, though. If the double tap can land, that would have been a huge opportunity. But alas, the double tap does not land, and Limitless remain scoreless. BU, nice little flip reset, but he runs out of boost, and there's just not much more he can do. Great place shot from Skills as well, and it's the setup one more time from BU, but now with that touch, that will forfeit possession.
Ooh.
Oh, Gentlemen! As that was a real fast shot, and I don't know how that one got saved, but Limitless keep the score at 2-0.
Yeah, Limitless doing a great job with damage control so far this game. 7 saves across the team. Sadly, though, that is vastly greater than the number of shots they have on goal for the other side. Only 4 make it 5 as Nitrous is able to put Gentlemen in a bit of a sketchy situation there, but they need plenty more than that, and they only have 40 seconds to get those shots on. BU now being challenged again defensively. Demo Smoke makes it hard, but Nitrous will make things easier. Now trying to turn it into offense for Limitless is Lunar. Does get beat there, but now No Mansion trying to get the ball away. Misses the touch, but actually a little bit of a fake. His Skills was not prepared for that miss. And again, it's the back foot for Limitless, and they only have 20 seconds left. They got to go. Nitrous trying to, but that's not quite denied. No, Skills can't get it on. 15 seconds left for No Mansion. Trying to take down the field. Lunar wants to go for even more, but it's just all over for Limitless unless they score literally right now, and Nibra has denied it. BU, try as you might, you really don't have much of a chance. Might even be one for the road. Not quite, but still a fantastic game for Gentlemen all the same. They're able to take the lead in this series 2-1 after game number 3.
They're 1 game away from match point. All they need is just keep tightening up, and Limitless, they're starting to be exposed. Gentlemen are playing very, very good. Of course, Limitless, they did get the last game before this one, but this one, they really just could not get it going. I mean, the shots for Gentlemen, there were 12 shots compared to Limitless's 6, doubling the shot count, and typically the team that has more shots and has more possession over the ball usually wins the match. It's not 100% of the time, but I would definitely say it's around 85% of the time, and this was one of the 85%. And Limitless, they're just going to have to find some more offensive possession because they were getting some nice touches on the ball. They were pretty solid on defense, but they just weren't finding the shots they needed. They were few and far between, and that's just not going to hold up against an explosive team such as the Gentlemen.
Yeah, and you mentioned there that it's by no means is it 100% that a team will lose when they're playing on the back foot, not getting as many shots. But in this kind of a situation, we've already seen between these two teams that through these first 3 games, I'm like 95% sure. I don't know 100%, like I don't have the stats in front of me, but at the very least, based on the way that I felt watching it, it has felt as though the team with more possession, more time of possession in the opposing team's half and more shots on goal has been able to outscore. Now, there are plenty of teams that play with different play styles who are much better defensively and much prefer less shots but quality over quantity. But for both of these two teams, very similar play styles, which is why we're noticing that trend of the team with more shots able to win it out and skills trying to make sure they start early and often with the shooting this game. BU with a great pass off that back wall. Skills and Nitrous both there. The double commit for the shot, just making it all the more guaranteed you get that one through. 1-0 lead for Limitless.
That's a real nice way to start this game off. Limitless up 1-0 now, and Gentlemen will be forced to climb out of this deficit. There's a lot of time to go when it's not that big of a lead, but when Limitless have a lead, they know how to hold it. The Gentlemen definitely going to have a struggle here. And Limitless are going to try to make it as difficult as possible, but Gentlemen, they're just going to have free reign over the blue side of the field for now. Luckily for them, they do manage to get this ball back onto the orange tap, but that's a very awkward touch from BU, and Lunar, he might have all day to take this. It's going to be no mansion with the shot on target. BU makes the save, tries to go for the wall pinch, but it's still very awkward, and Skills finally gets the big booming clear. Nice bounce, bar down! Nitrous puts that one in. That is absolutely unbelievable. Nitrous, you can't do this. Come on now.
That was a shot and a half, and I don't know if it was going to go in or not necessarily. Maybe the flip from Lunar was what did it at the very end, but regardless of that, credit to Nitrous where credit is due. A fantastic shot off the read from the bottom. And now it's going the other way as Gentlemen almost able to put that through, but Nebra's extra touch might have thrown off Lunar. Now no mansion shot denied by Skills, but Skills denied the right to life by Lunar. Now Lunar sending it middle to no mansion. That's what finally does it. That was so much action on the Limitless goal line that it felt like if they didn't walk away with it, it would have been a crime against Gentlemen, but they are able to put that first score on the board. 2-1 now the lead, and maybe shades of game number 1 here. It was a 2-0 lead for Limitless with not a lot of time left on the clock, sort of similar to what we see here, but Gentlemen made the comeback to make it a 4-2 win. We could be seeing that again, or maybe Limitless will hold on. It really could go either way. It's just going to matter who's having more possession, at least if this game is anything like the ones that we've seen so far through this series. Getting more shots on, not being forced to play that defense for too long is going to be the difference maker for these two sides.
And Scales, oh, that was so close. It's just a little bit off the backboard. And that is the closest shot I believe we have had to a goal. A huge bar down from Nebra off the breakaway. And that is 2 unanswered from the Gentlemen. And you're right. Shades of game number 1 might be upon us.
Yeah, it definitely seems awfully familiar by this point. Hopefully, it's a little too far away to remember that for Skills, BU, and Nitrous, because if they're thinking too much about the fact that, oh no, what if we choke another one, they might just do it without even really making it too tough for Gentlemen. Just, you don't want to be in your head too much. You don't want to yourself to be the biggest obstacle in this situation, because Gentlemen are already a big enough obstacle. If you try and get in the way of yourself as well with that negative mentality of, oh no, we're in a really tough spot right now, it's going to be really difficult for us, then it's just not going to be any easier. But for now, it looks like Limitless holding on decently well, actually pushing it in the orange half for now, but it's been sent back the other way once again. Gentlemen are dominating the pitch for the time being.
That they are. And as you were talking about mentality, I was actually talking to Dirty about this right before the start of the first series. Rocket League is a game of about 75% mentality and game sense and about 25% mechanics. If you don't have the mentality, you are not going to succeed. But I think Limitless might have that go-getter mentality and that big win play style, because Nitrous not letting game 1 get to him, that was in the past. And just like that, Limitless regained the lead.
What a big play there for Limitless, denying the opportunity for Gentlemen to get the same kind of win they got in game number 2. They're going to have to, or game number 1 rather, they're going to have to work for this all the more hard, forget it, I don't quite know what I was trying to say there, but BU trying to get the ball out of the blue half now. It's not worked out. It's definitely not worked out. Almost a shot there for Lunar, and then actually a shot afterwards for No Mansion, but it's still not quite done just yet. Gentlemen, though they have been denied the offense, they're still trying to put shots on, but it's no luck. No dice there. His Skills getting it into the opposite half, and Nebra with a big save. Needs to make another one, but doesn't have it in the tank, and BU puts that one away. A 4-2 lead now. Great pass from Nitrous as well, and it's a full team effort to get that one through.
And that's the importance of those three-man plays, of course. At the lower levels, your Rocket League rotations, they need to have one man going back, one man going forward, and one man in the play at all times. But of course, when you get to these higher levels, you need that third man. That's why you had Skills on that rotate really, really quick. And of course, it was, I believe, BU that scored that goal, because every once in a while, the simple pass and shoot does not work. You need a third man to get that reset, and that's where this team thrives, getting those three-man plays. And those three-man plays are really putting Gentlemen in a rough spot. But of course, they don't go well 100% of the time, and that's usually where Gentlemen get their breakaways.
Yeah, Gentlemen cannot be given those opportunities, and so far this game, a great job, credit where credit's due, shutting down those opportunities. But as many chances as they've had on net, it has not worked out. Just want to point out, actually, I'll wait till the end of the game to point it out, because we might still have something happen towards the very end here. No Mansion able to get the demo onto Nitrous, but it doesn't lead to a goal. Skills trying to get a goal there as well, but the shot not going to go. So we are reaching the end of this game as well, and a great response for Limitless to tie things up at 2-2. And there it is, hits the ground. And the thing that I wanted to point out in that game, I'm going to wait till the scoreboard pops up here as well, just to confirm that I have the right number. That is 9 shots that game for No Mansion alone. Make it 5 for everybody else on the squad as well. So, Gentlemen, 14 shots there. That marks the first time where a team has outshot the other and still lost, at least in this series. So, like we mentioned, not 100% conversion rate if you're getting more shots doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually going to win these games out in Limitless. Do such a good job. The defensive play there was fantastic. 6 saves for Skills. Overall, 10 saves for that roster as a whole. Compare that to only 4 from Gentlemen. And, well, Limitless, with such a good recipe to success, it seems they're doing a great job adjusting to the attacking style from Gentlemen and defending accordingly, doing a great job capitalizing on some overextensions, but not even necessarily that. They're just holding on defense. They're not even turning the defense into offense. They're just making it so hard to score on them that they can't possibly lose if they're putting in enough shots, and you saw that just there. But will Gentlemen continue to play the offensive play style, or are they going to try and play a little bit more reserved? That's going to be what affects it coming into the next game, as we are back to 2-2. We're all evened out once again. Well, not back to 2-2, but we're back to even. Starting even early from a best of 3, if you want to look at it that way. But at this point, I'm just looking at it as a fantastic series. That much we know for sure. Game 5 definitely going to live up to the hype.
That it is, and this game is the pivot match. The winner of this game will be put on series point first. So this is a huge opportunity for both of these teams to really make their mark on the series and get that game number 3 first.
Yeah, they're doing a great job so far. And also, by the way, we do have the hype train going in chat. We should mention that. Yeah. Shout out to Dirty, our co-caster for the night, giving us a few gifted subs. Shout out Dirty as always, you know. But still, yeah, definitely we're almost at, or actually I think we did hit level 4 on that hype train as well. So shout out chat for all the support. You love to see the support in chat for tourneys like this. You guys help bring these tournaments to life, and we cannot thank you enough for helping us, as Lunar almost giving an opportunity over to Gentlemen on the offensive side, but it doesn't quite work out. And now, with only a minute done in this game number 5, it's just as even as all the last ones have been.
That it is, but which team will strike first? Right now, it's looking like it might just be Limitless. Skills trying to get around that ball, but that one gets away from him, and now Gentlemen with an opportunity. Lunar going to take this one high. Great bump on the back wall. to keep this a very dangerous ball game for Limitless. But, of course, Limitless now trying to regain possession. It's a little 2-on-1, but Nitrous takes those odds and shoves them away. Limitless get that ball away, but it's still in a very awkward spot. The demo comes in, and it helps. Just like that, gentlemen, take the lead first in game number 5.
And it looks like this time, gentlemen, the strategy's working out, at least in the early days of this game. I don't even know if it's the early days. We're reaching the middle stage of this game. And another thing I think we should point out, there hasn't been an overtime in this series so far. We haven't seen a single game get to that oh-so-illustrious OT. And every single individual game has normally, by the end, been a bit of a bigger difference than the quality of the game would really, give the impression. Based on how close these two teams have been in skill to one another, you would assume that at least one game's gone to OT, but no. Most of the games have actually been decided by a score of more than 2. Or rather, 2 or more, a score of multiple goals between the two teams at the very end, but that's not really, replicating the quality of the matches we're seeing here. Most of the time, it's towards the end, or it's competitive the whole way through. Either way, though, this one, still only a 1-goal deficit for BU Skills and Nitrous. Skills, though, can't score that, so they'll be continuing that deficit, and they'll need to find some offense.
They waste no time getting this ball back into the orange half. This is a good demo from Nitrous, but No Mansion wastes no time, gets that respawn off. Great shutdown from No Mansion. That's going to put this one on the back wall and pin Limitless deep in their own half. 2 minutes to go. It's the pass down. BU looking for the redirect, but it's a little bit too far off to the side. And now we're going right back. We're pinging and ponging. And gentlemen, trying to stop this ping pong action and get some team-oriented plays. Maybe get some passes in and some bumps as well. Because that's how they got their first goal, was off of a demo play. And Lunar, though, with the solo, it's taking it a bit high. And BU is going to undercut that ball and send it packing back towards the orange half. Nitrous picks it up. It's going to get hit down. And once again, we just keep going back and forth. Shot for shot are these teams.
Yeah, they're just not letting each other rest. And, I mean, in particular, Limitless getting no time to rest on the defensive half, and that's been the theme of the series that we've seen so far, is that one team holds possession, the other team just sits in a corner and cries until they're allowed to actually play the video game, because for now, it's just Limitless looking so, at least, it's not that they look helpless, it just looks like the attack, rather, is unstoppable. It's not any fault of Limitless's, it's just that their attackers on the other side are so quality, but Lunar just a little off on that shot. Opportunity is going to come for Nebra, but that one's off as well. Now Lunar trying to put on once more. BU's actually a little off in the aerial, but if everything proves to be just fine, still just a deficit of 1 as we make our way into the last 45 seconds. But gentlemen, continue to hold this pressure.
They are, gentlemen, not letting up. And Limitless has to get on the other side of the field. They are down by 1. And BU looking to do something with it, but it's going to be Nitrous now with an opportunity. He's got skills in front of him. No Mansion with a great flick deny. Just like that, BU trying to hit it back over. Nice touch from Nitrous to send it over towards the other corner, but now it's going to be chased. Good touch by Skills. This has some potential, but it just doesn't want to go. 10 seconds left now, and Limitless need to score.
They really do. Not much time left on the board for them. His Skills just going to take this back to the ground, and, well, it's just hit the ground just like that. Not much Skills could do from that position. And, well, GG's to both teams. But, gentlemen, take it in easily our most scoreless game so far. Limitless got a little too comfortable playing defense exclusively in that game. 6 saves off the 10 shots from gentlemen, but the one that got through, the one that got away, as they say, well, that's the difference maker for gentlemen. Only 3 shots that whole game for Limitless, and it's disappointing because we know what they can do when they're on their game, but we got to see them break out of their own half before they're really able to get those quality looks that they've been getting all series.
Yeah, they just had way too much time on the defense, and this was the problem back in game number 1 as well. As I believe their shots got doubled in that game, they got tripled in this game. 10 shots to 3, which is not a good ratio if you are Limitless. Of course, if you are the gentleman, that's the ratio that you dream of. That is absolutely perfect, denying Limitless in every name of the game. But Limitless, they just got to get on offense more. They have to make those rotations come through a bit quicker, because we both saw in that last minute or two, Limitless was starting to pick it up. They were getting control of the ball, but they weren't getting it in the other half quick enough. And the gentlemen were just able to overall really just like hit that ball away before it could even cross the midway point.
Yeah, Limitless. It was a rough last game. Has not been a rough series at all, but now they find themselves on the brink of defeat. They do still have a chance in the third place match that's coming up after this if they lose this game, and if gentlemen lose, they have that same chance all the same, but you want that opportunity in the grand final. You want to lock in at first or second place, and Lunar almost about to do it, but not quite allowed to. It's sent away, and that shot was so close, but Nitrous well defends it. And now it's the other side. Nitrous want to make it offense for Limitless, not allowed to. Skills not allowed to do so either. Lunar and Nebra with big saves, and No Mansion tasked with clearing it away. Can't quite do so that fast though. No Mansion gonna try and send it on net, but Skills with a good denial. And so much action so early on in this game. But now it's a moment of silence. Never mind, it's back into the action as Nebra almost able to get that through, but the top right is a little too top and a little too right. So Gentlemen remains scoreless, Limitless remains scoreless, as we've hit a minute into the game, and Nitrous is now looking for opportunities for Limitless, but Nebra with the initial denial. Nitrous, though, still hold possession, so they should be able to get something going here.
We'll just have to see. 4 minutes to go still, and let's also not forget, this is series point for Gentlemen. Gentlemen is only one game away from securing a spot in the grand finals, where they will face Scuzz Esports. And that is going to be a good game, no matter how you put it. Limitless versus Scuzz, or Gentlemen versus Scuzz. But right now, it's looking like it might just be Gentlemen versus Scuzz Esports in the grand finals, as that goal puts them in the lead, and it starts the death timer for LMT.
Yeah, and it looks like chat's predictions may be proven true, as they are wonderful, chat. Predicted with a lot of channel points invested in it as well. 71% said that it would be a gentleman victory, so they look to be pretty smart for that prediction, at least if we had to go off percentages right now. But you can never count out Limitless. Not at all. Way too talented of a roster to ever be counted out of a series of this status. Is Lunar now going to try and send to the back wall. That's denied, though. Nitrous does a really good job sending that away, and Nebra is going to go up for it. Has missed the touch, and No Mansion can't get to it next either, but Nitrous, though he was able to get to it next, can't get it anywhere. And oh my gosh, what's happened to the Limitless defense? Lunar's just sent it past everyone. Just gets it by everybody. The fake pass. What a play, Lunar. How does he read that?
The low to the ground musty flick forces the ball to be smacked right back into his car. And that was an amazing play. That might have been
calculated. Oh my.
That had to be calculated. There was no way that you just fluke that. That has got to be the best play of the night. And that car did not get above probably 2 feet in the air.
Yeah, it was such a good play for staying so close to the ground, and Nebra doesn't look to be making things any better. Lunar has missed that follow-up opportunity, but it's still a 2-0 lead for Gentlemen, and the more they can get Limitless to panic, the better things will be for them. Limitless not getting it out of their own half, still on the defensive line. They can't get out of the box, and Skills, though he is showing off his skills in that box, it's just not going to be enough to put skulls on the board for the blue side, because it's still a deficit of 2-0. Gentlemen could just be running away with this one, as No Mansion trying to take it out, can't do so. Nebra relied upon to do just that, and does just that. Can't get a follow-up touch, though, but honestly, that lack of follow-up touch is pretty good, because it was an expected follow-up touch from LMT, so they're actually going to get thrown off by the misses there, and Nebra almost able to make it happen middle of the field, but Gentlemen still yet to put another one through, but Limitless still yet to put anything through. Absolutely an advantage to Gentlemen, and Limitless with possession, but how long can it last?
We're going to have to find out. No Mansion gets bumped in midair, and Nebra now has control. That's going to be a little bit on target, or a lot of bit on target, but Skills will be there for that save. Oh, a bad commit by BU. That makes this ball in a very, very good spot for Limitless, and it puts Limitless in a very difficult spot. Gentlemen now in control once again. They just need to hold on for 60 more seconds, and they will be going to the grand finals where they will face Scuzz Esports for the lion's share of $1,500. And the demo from Nebra, the shot from Lunar, and the nail is in the coffin.
That's just about it. If you're really thinking about it from this perspective, it doesn't look like it's, well, it definitely hasn't been the good game for Limitless that they were hoping it would be and that they needed it to be. 3-0 lead now to the gentlemen. And, well, it's just going to be a matter of time until we play this one out. Nitrous trying to put on one more and make it look like they do still have a chance, but the save for Nebra says otherwise. 30 seconds left into the game as Nebra just trying to style towards the middle of the field. And you could try your heart out, Nitrous, BU, and Skills, but it looks like it might just be a done deal.
I think it is a done deal. They're trying everything, and that touch from Nebra will most likely secure it. 15 seconds to go. Down by 3. It's just not happening. No Mansion. Gonna keep the pressure on, and there's just nothing that can be done about it. Limitless with one last shot, putting it on target. Not gonna find its home. That one will. They're gonna have something for the road, a little bit of a confidence booster to go into the third place matchup. But the grand prize and the grand final is out of their range. And with that, Limitless will be dropping down to